Shanks is a business that operates in the waste management sector. It has a number of contracts, municipal waste contracts, with local authorities in England and in Scotland. 12 months ago, procurement as a function did not really exist within Shanks. A number of people were involved in what was termed purchasing, but that was largely placing purchase orders. Literally anybody in the organisation could commit the company to external expenditure. So a complete absence of control processes, a complete absence of systems, no ability to metricate, no ability to think about aggregating requirements across the business as a whole, very tactical, very low level and poorly managed. The absence of a professional approach to the procurement end-to-end life cycle, my guess speaks for itself, which is you're not optimizing your profitability of the business, you're not developing strategically important relationships with your key suppliers, you're not managing resource effectiveness, you are wasting resource, you're wasting time, you're inefficient, and these are all opportunities to improve the performance, not just of procurement, not just of supply chain, but fundamentally of the business as a whole. What we started 12 months ago was a significant change program. Xchanging, however, has raised the bar. We're now starting to see much more integrated activity across the business as a whole. Xchanging are helping us on tactical sourcing. Xchanging are helping us on strategic sourcing. The difference between the two: tactical sourcing is helping us procure items that we need on a day-to-day basis. Strategic procurement is encouraging us as an organisation to think holistically across the business as a whole on a category-by-category basis, what we want for long periods of time, aggregated requirements, effective terms and conditions of contract that historically haven't existed, and an opportunity then to do improved deals with incumbent suppliers or alternative suppliers. The benefit of the relationship with Xchanging is manifold. What the contractual relationship with Xchanging mandates is support to drive savings through the supply chain, either by improving the deals that we do with incumbent suppliers or by aggregating requirements and looking to develop improved, enhanced and more longer-term strategic relationships with others. That's what the contractual commitment is. On the back of that, however, come a series of other benefits. What we are doing is developing a relationship with experienced, competent, professional individuals. And the more time we spend with them, the more opportunity there is for those experiences, competence and capabilities to be passed on, developed, nurtured within the Shanks business as a whole, both the central procurement function, the wider procurement community across the business as a whole, and indeed the business itself. Now you put the contract to one side and you get on and deliver. And that's been a remarkable thing that I've seen from my relationship with the stakeholders within Xchanging, their ability to see that if we can work together in an integrated way, we're going to deliver a lot more than just what's been drafted on the contract. Xchanging's role has been quite crucial to the early success that we've seen on this programme. I explained earlier that we have a relatively small and immature and inexperienced central procurement function within the business that are trying to drive these changes. What Xchanging have brought is resource, is experience, is policy, systems, tools, techniques, the ability to advise us, the ability to speak knowledgeably to the rest of the organisation. One really good thing we've seen from Xchanging is the amount of time they have been prepared to spend with us, not just with us in the central procurement team, but with other stakeholders in the business as a whole. We work together. Whenever we see an opportunity, we sit down, we talk, we operate together at the same site, we travel together. We spend a lot of time on the road trying to get staff, seniors, suppliers to make this journey with us. And we've done that in a fundamentally integrated way with Xchanging. For me, key deliverables coming out of the relationship with Xchanging are a fundamentally reduced number of suppliers that Shanks deals with. Today, Shanks has on its approved supplier list, defined as suppliers that we've contracted with in the last 12 to 18 months, 1,400 suppliers. We spend £150 million per annum. Of that £150 million per annum, around about 70 million is spent with 15 suppliers, core strategic waste management focused suppliers. The rest, the tail end I'll refer to it as, we spend in the order of £80 million with 1,300 suppliers. I can't manage effective strategic relationships with that number of suppliers. So my ideal, my positive outcome from this relationship is a dramatically reduced number of suppliers that we deal with, and of those suppliers that we deal with, we have a greater number of strategic relationships. Less tactical buying, more strategic management. Left to our own devices, we will get there in the end. We won't get it particularly quickly, but we'll get there in the end. The opportunity for bringing Xchanging on board and focused on helping us through tactical tail-end spend management is much more than just about helping deliver improved solutions with suppliers. I see two levels of benefits coming out of this relationship with Xchanging. The first is the very obvious financial benefit, financial in two contexts. One, reduced cost of purchasing, and secondly, reduced internal processing costs, particularly in terms of the procure-to-pay end-to-end life cycle. That speaks for itself, and we probably wouldn't be doing this if we didn't see there were benefits coming there. The second, however, are much more intangible. The relationship with Xchanging, I can see it already, is driving knowledge transfer into the central procurement function. People are improving their knowledge, their awareness, they're anticipating requirements, they're anticipating need. That's just in the procurement function. I'm also seeing that behaviour spread out into the rest of the business as a whole. People from being a little afraid of what this change programme was going to do to them are now harnessing it, can see the benefit it brings not only for procurement and for supply chain and for their immediate benefit, but they can also see benefits coming in terms of how they think about doing business, how they think about efficiency, how they think about innovation. It's quite dramatic, and it's been quite significant in such a short period of time. In month one, we started to see savings levels that we had not planned to see until months 3 and months 4. In month 2, that rate of improvement has continued. 6 months into the relationship with Xchanging, I can see, based on the improvements that I've seen to date, a fundamentally different set of behaviours within the Shanks business as a whole in terms of the way in which it approaches procurement and the way in which it engages with its supply chain.